move into this analysis, let me say, if you like the video, please comment, like, or not like, and subscribe. Utilize the comment section to give political news issue suggestions and platform change suggestions. Now, perfunctory out of the way, let's get into the subject matter. I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out video. I'm not going to be circumlocutory. According to Marx, there are two views of revolution. One is that of a final inferno, a final suppression, a violent suppression of the old conditions of production, which occurs when the opposition between bourgeoisie and proletarian has been carried to its extreme point. This is a concept based on the Hegelian dialectic of the master and slave, e.g. the proletarian and the bourgeoisie. The other conception is that of a permanent revolution involving a short-term coalition between the proletarian and the bourgeoisie, rebelling against a capitalism that is only superficially united. Once the revolution is successful by the coalition, an unofficial proletarian authority constitutes itself alongside the revolutionary bourgeois authority. Its mission is the political and revolutionary education of the proletariat, gradually assuring the transfer of legal power from the revolutionary bourgeoisie to the revolutionary proletariat. Much like most radical transformation of power, statues, landmarks, etc., are destroyed in concomitance. Think about the Bolshevik revolution of matter of fact, I do know it's 1917, and Mao's Cultural Revolution in 1966. The former brought an end to the Russian monarchy, and the citizens would destroy reminders of monarchs, which would symbolize the end of the old society and the beginning of a new one. In the latter, the Cultural Revolution, the destruction of the four olds, which is Chinese tradition, and that was the old customs, old culture, old habits, and old ideas, was eviscerated by Mao and his Red Guards. So, how is this opposite to the United States' current quandary? Well, like always, you pose a good query. Like always, you most certainly do. To analyze what's happening in America, we have to look at it through a Marxism lens. Karl Marx believed that a certain society, a certain societal issue could be the catalyst of a revolution. Thus, since that's the case, you have to view the death of George Floyd as that vehicle of revolution. I mean, hell, you just have to. Just look what's going on. I mean, hell, what started as a protest would end up becoming a riot. Similarly to the Bolshevik Revolution and the Cultural Revolution, in America, business owners would have their businesses vandalized and set ablaze. People would also lose their jobs. I mean, of course, that's also because of COVID. Also, cities would burn, and lives would be lost due to the riots. Additionally, once the burning and vandalizing of businesses calmed down, the second phase of the Cultural Revolution in the United States would commence. And in this phase of the transformation, the proletarian would call for the mobilization of police. There would be a change in culinary staples such as Uncle Ben's rice and Aunt Jemima's syrup. Furthermore, the Confederate flag would be effaced from NASCAR racing because it is offensive to people who doesn't even watch NASCAR. Go figure. Statues would be toppled. And matter of fact, there's a statue was recently taken down, a statue of Abraham Lincoln with the Emancipation thing in Boston. However, a racer could drive a Black Lives Matter car. Also, recently, Mississippi has voted to remove the Confederate symbol from the state flag. Additionally, during this revolution, like I said before, statues are being destroyed. This is what happened in revolutions heretofore, like the two mentioned earlier. The current American Cultural Revolution is analogous to other communist upheavals. It symbolizes the platitude of out with the old, in with the new. Basically, old traditions, customs, and history are attempted to be erased. And since this is a Marxist movement, we could expect that the proletarians will be the direct and indirect losers of this revolution, likened to those revolutions hitherto. You know, like the Cultural Revolution and the Bolshevik, stuff that happened in Venezuela. But anyway, now, don't come at me now as if I'm defending the old way of society. Now, I like the idea of what this country was founded on, much like the people who believe this revolution would create a utopia. However, every society that transformed based on such a radical ideology felt the same way until utopia shifted into authoritarianism. I'm sorry. You see, our Constitution freezes tyranny, yet it does not halt the growth of society, or at least it shouldn't. To the contrary, it gives us the freedom to build our society based on the Constitution that was written so long ago. The very same people with such ire towards America has the right and freedom to express their contention. Moreover, they're they're also aware that the Bill of Rights that citizens are afforded would be null and void if this country became a socialist or a communist, um, much like other utopian societies. So, what I propose to you is that, see, they can say, they have the right to say how much they don't like America's current ways, and they don't like their rule of law. But you see, none of these countries that they want to liken America to, like all these socialist and communist parties, they wouldn't have the rights to do any of this. None of it. And they know that. That's why they're not going to these countries. No, they're not. You see, Barry Sanders um, was able to go on a honeymoon in Russia, but he would dare not live in Russia. I mean, hell, we just got to get this shit out in the open. And a lot of people wouldn't want to live in these societies. They wouldn't. They just want to say it. And once, let's just say, theoretically speaking, they end up being successful into transforming this country into a communist country, they would want to move someplace else. This is the fact of the matter. But anyway, I spoke long enough. I said I wasn't going to be long-winded on it. I said I wasn't going to be circumlocutory in this, but I might have, but I'm not really sure that I did. But anyway, like I said in the beginning, like, comment, or don't like, subscribe, or don't subscribe. Hell, hope you do. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later.